Does anyone else take rain walks? I love walking in the rain. A lot of people run from the rain, but it's like a shower. One you don't need, or maybe you do. So, taking one of my lunch walks in the rain, and wanted to elaborate on what I said about having cheerleaders in your corner. So, a lot of experts say that you only need to have one or two close friends and good people in your life to support you. So if you have and can list just one or two people in your life that you can lean on and that provide you with wholesome values and objectivity and love and support, then consider yourself a lucky one. And if you don't have people in your corner, that would mean two things to me. Either you need to evaluate what's going on in your corner. If you're out murdering people, then I would understand why nobody wants to be in your corner. But if you don't have anybody in your corner because you feel isolated and alone and you don't know how to grow support and friendship around you, then that's something that can be worked on and can be changed, because all you have to do is make a decision about where you want to go in your life, and then you just have to take teeny tiny steps, just anything small, as long as you make a decision and can take one little step. Once we start taking little steps and we get rewarded by it and get positive reinforcement, it feels great and naturally raises our dopamine and reinforces us. And if we do that for 21 days, they say makes a new habit. So just remember that all of your behavior is in your control and you have your own power. And the reason why this topic came up to me is because I'm very grateful and thankful to have cheerleaders in my corner right now that I know are just good people who really know me and know my character and know my integrity and have met me out in, the community and out in the real world, not on Facebook, not on social media. That's the only way that you can truly connect and grow, is by being in relationship with others. One of our primary instincts in life is to form groups. So if you're living on your own and isolated, that might feel uncomfortable for a lot of people. For some people, they might prefer it and be an introvert and really like that type of lifestyle. Because believe me, as I'm getting older, being simplified and being by myself or out in nature is really just the best for mental framework and peace and just keeping life simple and calm. But our instinct is to form groups. So all humans want to find other people through our common interests and hobbies and shared values and religions and things like that. But sometimes we're in the wrong group. And then you get groupthink mentality. And that's very dangerous when you get in the wrong group, number one, because, it might impact your ability to grow and improve yourself and change your life. So if that's the case, it's time for some self-reflection and self-examination if you're not improving in life. But the other thing is, when we're in certain groups, whether it's religious groups or friend groups, social groups, Freemason groups, that's something I heard about in one of our Facebook community groups, is there's a theory about who's the anonymous poster. So whatever group you're in, we get into this groupthink mentality, and that's really damaging and toxic. I'm doing that because my nose is running. Sorry. So anyway, you have to come out of that. You have to strive, in my opinion, to want to be a better human and to want to think with your own brain and not just go along with the crowd. I never wanted to go along with the crowd when I was a kid. I wanted to think for myself. I wanted to do my own thing. I questioned everything. I questioned authority from the moment I could talk. And I'll tell you about that later as we get to know each other. You know, sometimes respectfully and sometimes not respectfully, depending on how people push back at me. You know, I'm an energy returner and an energy amplifier. So when you meet me, I'm nice. And then it goes down from there. If you're a really nice, good person, I'm like glowing. And I love to cheerlead for people who are glowing for themselves. And there are so many people in this community and in my friendship life and my social life and my family life that they're just wonderful, amazing people. And I love lifting up other people. I love cheering people on and supporting people and seeing people win, because this is not an equal sum game in life. Everyone can be amazing at something in life. It's not a competition. So we shouldn't want to tear other people down, because that comes from like a place of evil, like somewhere deep down in a not very good place to be. But when you're thriving in life and when things are going well in your life, you want to see other people do well. You want to see other people succeed if you're coming from a place of light and love. So I have wonderful people that I want to cheerlead for that are close to me in my life. And that is one of the things that's helping me to withstand what's going on in our community that I've referenced in my other videos. That there are people that are doing anonymous social media posts, specifically on Facebook in our community groups, and they're doxing us, and they're really doing, in my opinion, criminal cyberbullying and defamation of character, because it's all false allegations, which they're saying I have false allegations, and yet they have to be anonymous, because if they showed us who their face was, then we could, you know, take them to court. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So the point is, it's important to have cheerleaders and people in your circle supporting you. And if you at least have one or two, you're in a good place. If you're not having one or two, then let's work on that and try to do one new thing. You know, maybe one new activity or one new venture out to the mailroom to say hi to someone and get to know people. And then these other people that are the bullies and the harassers, they have their people too. And that's where the groupthink comes from. So everybody has their group, but you want to be in the right group, you know, and be doing the right thing and be confident in your character, crossing the street, and your integrity and your morals and values, that you want to contribute to this world and make a positive difference and be a help and stand up for what's right. You know, I'm doing this because I think that we all need to take a step back and become more human. And I'm mean sometimes. I'm not always nice, but we're human. We're flawed. We're all imperfect. We make mistakes all the time, every day. And if you didn't make mistakes all the time, every day, then you wouldn't be human. So everyone needs to stop, you know, playing games with each other mentally and harming each other. And let's get into a better frame of, you know, mental mind space and support each other and be each other's cheerleaders when you're doing the right thing, or help someone change their behavior. They have to do it. They have to make that decision, but you can cheerlead them along the way, every step that they take. Take care.